Welcome to the Crafty Momma podcast. My name is Dawn and I'll be your host. This is a knitting and crafty podcast and this is episode 31. My 1 year podiversary is coming up at the end of April, so hopefully I'll get another episode in for that. A little celebrate a little bit and have a few fun things going on with that. But yes, welcome to the podcast. Like I said, my name is Dawn. I am coming to you from Hamilton, Ontario, Canada. I am the bag maker behind Crafty Momma Designz, and I have a yarn, I guess it would be a branch off of Crafty Momma Designz called Candy Coated Yarn. So I am the yarn dyer behind Candy Coated Yarn by Crafty Momma Designz, if that makes sense. I hope it does. Anyways, thank you all for coming by and checking it out. It has been a while. I believe it's been almost a month. Yeah, I know. I'm so sorry. For somebody who was doing podcasts once a week, not doing it for a month is like, I can't even believe it. I can't believe it's been a month since I podcasted. I really am going to try my hardest to podcast more than a month. Hopefully every 2 weeks. That is the goal. Hopefully we can get it down to every 2 weeks. All right, so thank you so much for the returning viewers for coming back and checking it out. And for any new subscribers, which I know there's been a few, thank you so much for subscribing and hanging out with us. And hopefully you enjoy the podcast. Always, if there's any comments, suggestions, anything like that, I am happy to hear it. You can message me on Ravelry or Instagram, or you can send me an email at thecraftymomma73, and Mama is MOMMA at gmail.com. That is my email address for all things crafty. And definitely I am all up for suggestions, and I need to try and find a way either to get better lighting or better camera or something, because I was going to show some of the yarn that I've been playing around with dyeing up for my next update, and two of the colors don't even look like the color at all. It is so much brighter in person than it is on the camera, so hopefully we can figure a way to work that out. So yes, let's get on with the podcast. Let's get into some administrative stuff where you can find me. It's been a while since I did this. Let's hope I can remember everything. You can find me on Instagram as CraftyMomma_73. You can find me on Ravelry as CraftyMomma73. My Facebook group, my Facebook group, my Ravelry group, and my Etsy shop are under Crafty Momma Designz, and that is with a Z. So those are where you can find me. I am on Twitter and Tumblr as well. Not as often, but I tend to try and get on there a little bit if I can. Seriously, this is not good. I just started. It's got to be that I'm talking too much and it's making me yawn, because I didn't yawn at all day. And now I'm yawning like crazy. I don't get it. Anyway, so those are where you can find me. In my Ravelry group, we do have some knit-alongs going on right now. and we are going to give away some prizes. Well, we're going to give away some pattern prizes this week. The 1-year podiversary, we're going to do some yarning prizes. So make sure if you are not part of these knit-alongs, you get in there, you show us your objects, finished objects, because I am going to be giving away some yarny goodness next podcast. Let's see. I should just call this the yawning podcast because seriously, it's all I do. All right, so let's see. We have the Socks All the Time knit along. So these two knit alongs are going all year round. So they started January 1st. They go until December 31st. You can enter as many times as you like, or you can only enter a few times if you like. It's totally up to you. The Socks All the Time knit along, where you just post your finished objects for your socks. We do have a chatter thread as well, so you can definitely get in there and talk about what socks you're knitting, talk about what yarn you're using, all that fun kind of stuff, and yeah, chance to win some prizes. We also have the Jojialong, which is also a year-long knit along from January 1st to December 31st. Any Locatelli patterns at all. So if you're doing a shawl or hats or sweaters, if you get one done, stick it in that thread because you have a chance to win some patterns and some yarn and project bags possibly. So let's get on with some winners. For the Socks All the Time thread, we had 46 entries. So it is from number 2 to 47. And we did a random number generator just before the podcast. And we picked number 21, which is Mama Jax 716. So Mama Jax, get a hold of me. Let me know. Pick a sock pattern from Ravelry, $5 US or under, and I will send you that pattern. Since it is a socks thread, we are giving away sock patterns. So make sure you get in there and let me know what sock pattern you want, and I'll get that out for you. I'll give you 2 weeks to do that, and if you haven't gotten back to me by then, I will pick a new winner for the Socks All the Time. So yeah, I'll pick that at the next podcast. The Jojialong, we've only had 5 entries. Not so good. I mean, I can't really say much because I have 2 Joji patterns going right now and I'm not finished either of them. So if you have a Joji Locatelli pattern you are working on and you get it finished, by all means get it in that thread. Get it in that thread for your chance to win some patterns and some yarn. So we did number generator from 2 to 6 and number 4, 1, and that was Ostruska. I believe that's how you say your name, hun. She is doing the girl from the grocery store shawl, and oh my gosh, it looks so good. So make sure you get a hold of me. You can pick a pattern, any pattern at all, because it is a Joji Locatelli. If you have a Joji pattern you want that you've been waiting for, and if it's under $5 US, you can get that, or you can get any pattern at all, as long as it is $5 US or under. So that is for the knit-alongs. We do have a new knit-along coming up. I'm going to be doing a knit-along May 1st to June 30th. We're going to call it the Summer Shawl-along. So basically, we are knitting summer shawls, which would be anything lightweight. So fingering weight, lace weight, anything that is light and airy and that you could wear on a summer night. So that is what we're doing. Hopefully I'll see some objects in there. I've got a pattern that you could possibly use. Yeah, I'll be talking about that in just a few minutes. So yes, any lightweight summer type shawl, whether it's tons of lace or it's just lightweight. So like I said, fingering weight or lace weight yarn would probably work. I wouldn't think that DK or worsted. I think those are too warm for a summer shawl. So we're going to go with a fingering weight or lace weight. If you did a DK, but it's really lacy, like really airy and lightweight then, I guess, but I don't see a lot of DK shawls being lightweight. So make your own judgments. Just get in there, show me your shawls. So that is going from May 1st to June 30th. I am going to have a chatter thread going as well. I'm going to get the chatter thread up in the next couple days so we can kind of chit chat about what we're going to work on and stuff like that. Speaking of working on shawls, I have got some really exciting news. I am so beyond excited. Beyond excited. My shawl pattern, For the Love of a Daughter, is going to be released very soon. I am hoping May 1st. I have it out to 4 test knitters. Laura from Knit for Brains has already finished her shawl and it looks absolutely amazing. You can see it. She showed it on her, not the one that just came out, but the one before that podcast. So if you want to see her take on my shawl, oh my God, it's so pretty. So pretty. Absolutely love it. Levi from WTF Knitting is doing one of the shawls. Melissa from Honeybee Knits is also knitting the shawl. And Dawn from the Codependent Knitters is also knitting the shawl. And her shawl, she showed it on their last podcast as well, and it is looking so good. She's thinking of actually adding a little bit more to it. She wants it a little bit bigger, which by all means, go right ahead. I would love to see it. I'm actually going to knit another one. I have the yarn picked out for it. I just have to start it, which I think I'm going to be doing very soon. But if you don't remember, or if you're new and you're not sure what my shawl looked like, I will show you right now. I am so bad. I still don't even have the ends woven in. Anyways, this is my For the Love of a Daughter shawl. And this yarn is Lolo Did It in her Sweet Tooth colorway. It is a fingering weight yarn. It basically just starts on by casting on like 3-4 stitches, something like that. And you just knit and you knit and you just increase and you knit and you increase, and then you do a row of violets, and then you knit some more, and then you do another row of violets. It is a garter shawl because it's all knit. There's no purl. So for somebody that doesn't really like purling, this is a perfect shawl. And you just keep it going and keep it going. You can see the lace, the eyelets and stuff. And she just keeps going and going and going, and then it starts to get a little bit longer. I love this. I love it. I love it so much. And then you've got the eyelets. So every time you get to the next section, there's another row of eyelets. I need to reblock this, I think, because I think I can make that a little bit bigger. I think I can get those eyelets a bit bigger. Anyway, so this is For the Love of a Daughter. I love it. It's inspired by my daughter, Alyssa. So that is my shawl pattern, which will be available hopefully May 1st. I will, I'll have all the information in the Ravelry group, and if you follow me on Instagram, I will definitely be letting you all know when the shawl is released on Instagram. So yes. See, it's an asymmetrical shawl, so one side is a little bit longer than the other. It's so nice, and it's so squishy. I love it. It's For the Love of a Daughter shawl. So that will be coming out soon, and I'm so excited. And I kind of got on the pattern kick. Let me tell you. Let me tell you. Let me just stick this up here. I am becoming addicted to knitting patterns, like to designing patterns. Oh my God. I am so addicted. I already have 2 more shawls in mind to to knit and design up. I have certain pattern elements in it that I want to do. I just haven't come across starting it yet. I just haven't had time. But yeah, so I have 2 more shawls that I'd like to design. And I have 3 hats, 4 hats, 3 or 4 hat patterns that I have jotted down. I just have to knit them up. I am so excited. I love writing patterns. It's crazy. I love writing patterns. So if you're interested in test knitting any of my patterns, I'm going to open up a chat thread in my Ravelry group, and I'm going to name it Test My Patterns. I think something like that. And if you want to test knit one of my patterns, you can go in the group. I'm just making this up on the fly right now. You can go in the group and let me know you want to test knit a pattern, and then beside that, just let me know. Do you want to test knit a shawl or a hat? Later on, if I decide to do other things like cowls or scarves, or oh my gosh, if I ever decide to design socks or clothing, I'll let you know at that point for that. But for now, it's basically shawls and hats. Now, some of my shawls may be a one skein wonder type shawl. Some may be 2, 3, 4, 5 skeins. I do have a multiple shawl in mind, shawl colors. I'm not sure if I'm going to do, I don't know. Getting ahead of myself here. So just let me know if you want to knit shawls or if you want to knit hats. Then when the time comes for the call for test knitters, I will let you know how many skeins the item is calling for, and I will select a few. And if they are okay with the amount of skeins, then they'll be chosen. I'm going to probably pick them at random. I don't think I'm going to go down the list. I haven't really decided yet, so that can all change. Also, I'm probably going to advertise on Instagram as well. So if you follow me on Instagram and you see the call out for test knitters, by all means, comment on that thread, send me a message, anything like that. The next pattern that will be coming out is a hat pattern. So yeah, and I'll show you that now because I have finished objects. I have two finished objects. I can't even believe it. I have 2 finished objects. I don't think I've ever had 2 finished objects at the same time before. They're both hats. So first I'll show you the one that I started first. Did I start this one first? Well, this is the one I finished first. So I'll show you that one first. Does that make any sense? I don't know. Anyways, this one here is Locatelli's Sockhead hat. But my daughter didn't want it really slouchy, so it's a very light slouch. It is knit. I wanted to test out my self-striping yarn. I got a bump on my head. It's itchy. I wanted to test out my self-striping yarn to see if it would look okay knit in a hat. And it's kind of cool. It's kind of cool looking. My daughter loves it, so that's all that really matters. This is my Easter surprise colorway. It did this really cool kind of pooling striping kind of deal where on the one side, let's show you here, the one side, like it's, yeah, you can see. It's very cool. It kind of spirals almost around. Yeah. I am not a very good hat wearer. My daughter tells me all the time that I'm not a good hat wearer, but I don't have any pictures of her wearing it yet. So I'm going to put it on and show you anyway. See, I don't think that looks that bad on me. I mean, I guess she said because my head doesn't have a big slope on the back, that hats don't really stay well on my head. Whatever. But I don't think this looks too bad. I think it looks okay. What do you think? Does it look okay? Anyways, this is my hat. See, it's just a little slouch, not too much. Yeah, see how it goes? A lot of yellow and pink here, and then it goes around. I think it's a little more green and blue. Yeah, so this is my Sockhead hat for my daughter Alisha. She absolutely loves it. So that's my first finished object. Yay! I'm so excited. I have 2 finished objects. I'm excited. My next finished object is my hat pattern that I was designing. If you follow me on Instagram, you've seen me post it a couple times. It is yet to be named. So if you have a suggestion for a name for this pattern, by all means, leave a comment below. Let me know what you think I should name it. If I pick your name, you will win this pattern for free. Same thing. I think I'm going to do that with all of my patterns. Unless I have a pattern name in mind already, then there ain't going to be no free, unless I just randomly draw a free one. I don't know. But I have no name for this just yet. So if you can think of a name for it, by all means, comment below and I will give you this pattern if I choose your name. So this here was dyed on my Valentine Kiss colorway for one of the Valentine colorways I had out. It's just purling and knitting, knit stitch and purl stitch, and decreases. That's it. So this is my second finished object. I don't know if you can really tell. So what I'm doing is I'm going to knit another one of these in a solid color, or of a tonal color, I should say, just so you can kind of see the patterning a little bit better. I mean, you can kind of see you have, it's like a few stitches of purl, and then you knit a couple, then purl, then knit, purl, knit, purl, knit. And then the next 3 rows, you knit all the rows. Then you knit, purl, knit, purl, knit, purl, and then the next you knit all the rows. And the knits or the purls are like opposite. So there you have one, and then there's a space, and then there you have one. So it's almost like a brick. You know how when you interchange the bricks, you know what I mean? You know what I mean. I'm sure you know what I mean. Anyways, that's the type of pattern that's on that. So, again, not the greatest. And this one did kind of a different pooling. This side here looks normal, right? Looks fine. But then look at here. It starts like a pale pink, like almost a white. And it starts going up the side. I have no idea. I had no idea the yarn was going to do that. I mean, it kind of gives it a cool effect. But I had no idea it was going to do that. Anyways. This one is knit on DK. It's a little snugger on the head. It's a little more slouchy. I haven't blocked either of these, so they'll probably give a little bit more once I block them. But this is my first hat pattern. And I'm so excited. I'm so excited. Oh, I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. See, I don't think I'm that bad of a hat wearer. My daughter, she just doesn't know what she's talking about. I mean, it's alright, I guess. So yeah, that's my hat pattern. Like I said, it's not really that slouchy. I mean, I still have, it's got a little bit of a slouch. It's a light slouch. I don't have the yarn with me. I do still have quite a bit of yarn left that if I wanted it more slouchy, I definitely could have gone a little bit further and made it more slouchy. But I mean, I think this is a decent sized slouch. And like I said, it hasn't been blocked or anything yet. So I'm sure it'll give out a little bit if I block it. But I like it. So this is my hat pattern, yet to be named. So if you want a chance to win this hat pattern for free, suggest a name for me. And if I pick it, you'll get it for free. I'm so excited about this hat. I'm so excited, my first hat pattern. I haven't taken any pictures of this yet. I'll be doing that later on today. So that is my hat pattern. I think I did all right. So again, like I said, it has not been named yet. So if you can think of a name for it, drop a comment below. And if I like that name and choose that name, you'll win the pattern for free. And of course, I'm sure that when the patterns are released, I'm going to give a few away for members of the Ravelry group anyways, and it's one of the chatter threads or something. So just make sure you're in that Ravelry group and you're active, and you could win the patterns as well. Yeah, my hair is really messed now because of the whole hat situation. So yeah, those are my finished objects. I had two. I'm so excited. Next podcast, I might have this done again in the blue. So I haven't written this pattern out yet because I think I'm going to do it in the blue. Just to see, because I was kind of wondering about my numbers a little bit. So I'm going to do it again real quick. We'll say that. We're going to do this again and see if the numbers match up. It's odd when you do a purl at the beginning of a row because it tends to slope it down a bit. I'm sure it's not a big deal. Can't really even tell where it was. Oh yeah, there you can. I can tell because I'm looking at it, but the pattern is so much you probably can't even really notice it. It's weird though. I don't get why it does that. Anyways, I got a catch there. Anyways, so this is my hat pattern. I have two patterns going out. Hopefully, I can get some test knitters. Hopefully, I'll have the other one done by my next podcast, and then I'll have the pattern written up, and I can send it out to test knitters the beginning of May to have done by the end of June. So it gives you a month to knit a hat, which really is not bad at all. You can knit a hat really within a week or two. So giving you a month to knit a hat really isn't that bad, I don't think. So if you're interested, I'll get that thread in Ravelry, and you can let me know. You maybe knit one of my patterns. I'm so excited. So that's all my FOs. I will show you my whip that I'm working on, which is being homed in my Mrs. Brown's bag. This is my Locatelli 3-color cashmere cowl. I haven't really done a lot since my last podcast because I've been concentrating on the hats a bit more, and my shop stuff has been going really well, so I've been concentrating on getting those orders out. We are in the midst of hiring a second assistant, so I may get an extra day off a week, which would be kind of nice because then I can concentrate more on my shop. Anyways, this is all knit in my colorways. It is Locatelli's 3-color cashmere cowl. This is what I have so far. I think last time you guys saw, I was just finished the second row of the turquoise or teal. So I've done the first set of violets. I'm almost up to the second one. I love these colors. This is Tremendous Teal, And this is Nerves of Steel. That rhymes. Tremendous Teal and Nerves of Steel. So those are the two colors. And then it goes into a striping pattern. And then there's a big chunk of one solid color. But I'm not doing it a solid color. I'm doing it my Shipwreck, which I don't have in here, so I can't show you. But it's basically a mix of the gray, the teal, and a brown. So it's going to look really, really pretty, and I cannot wait to get to that section. So this is what I usually knit on if I'm not too tired right before bed. I'll like knit a row or two and then start falling asleep and then have to put it away to go to sleep. But there's been a few days. There's been quite a few days where I've been so tired after I get home from work. I can't even think about knitting because I won't even get through one row. I would have been a little bit further along, but one of those nights I'm like, no, I'm not too bad. I can probably do it. I couldn't do it. I messed up so bad and I ended up having another eyelet somewhere. I can't, so I had to like rip out like 3 rows and yeah, do it again because so I probably would have been in the striping already if I wouldn't have had to rip it out. But anyways, and see, this isn't really, it's showing kind of, not quite, I mean, not quite as dark as that. Let's see. Okay. Yeah, where the light's shining on it, that's pretty much the color there. It's Tremendous Teal. I still have some of that and the Nerves of Steel in the shop. My solids, or my tonals, I should say, I'm going to have in the shop all the time. So if you see a tonal that I use from my shop, chances are it's in there because those are so easy to dye up. I'll have those in all the time. I'm thinking of maybe even putting a separate section just for tonals. I haven't decided yet. But anyways, that is my only whip right now. I do have my socks. I know, so bad. I haven't knit on my socks in like a week and a half. I know. I want to knit on them so bad, but I wanted to get these hats done before I podcasted, so we'll see. But I have another hat pattern I'm going to start working. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I have a hat. I have 2 hats that I recently bought that I want to knit. I have a hat pattern that I want to start. I have this hat pattern I want to redo. It is coming on to spring, right? Summer? Do we still knit hats all through the year? I think I might just do that. And then I'll have all kinds of hats ready to go come October, November when we start wearing hats again. Although the weather lately, we've been wearing hats still, so yeah. So that's it for the nitty gritty stuff. Things that I want to cast on. Like I said, I've bought, let's see. I go into my Ravelry, into my purchased stuff. Because I can't remember the exact names of them. I know that I bought them. I know who they are that I bought them from. I just haven't knit them and stuff. So I have a few. I have a few hats. I have the Wanderwood Beanie by Trysten Molina of Dragonhoard Yarn. I purchased her hat pattern. I've also purchased her Cinder hat pattern. I want to work on both of those. I haven't purchased it yet, but I'm going to be purchasing the JoJo pattern by Jodi of Grocer Girls. I want to knit that hat pattern. And a shawl that I want to work on. So I'm not going to start any more shawls at the moment because I want to work on this mystery knit along. Oh my gosh, I cannot wait until I am confident enough in my patterns that I can do a mystery knit along because those sound so fun. I've never done one before, So this will be really exciting for me. It is Periscoping Sisters. Is Amy and Debbie of Periscoping Sisters. They are coming up with a mother's gift, and it is a mystery knit along. You need 2 skeins of yarn, 1 solid and 1 variegated or speckled. So I'm gonna dye up something for that. I haven't decided what colors yet, but I got some really nice new colors in the mail the other day, and I'm so excited to work on them. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. So anyways, I'm gonna dye up a couple skeins for that. So I'm really excited to start that, and I believe that starts May 4th. I think they said May 4th. I think it's a Friday. Yeah, it's May 4th. So I'm really excited about that. I've never done a mystery knit along before, so I'm really excited. Hopefully, I'm going to have time. I can try and keep up as much as possible with the clues, because I believe they give a new clue each week. So we'll see how things go. That might be the thing that I'm mainly concentrating on in the month of May. We'll see how that goes. But I am really excited. So right there, I have 4 patterns that I want to knit, as well as I have the Jodi and Tracie shawls by Locatelli I want to knit. Oh, God, there's so many I want to knit. Yeah, there's so many. I'm looking at my list here. I have, let's see, I have a couple sock patterns in here. I have a cowl. I have 2 or 3 shawl patterns. I've got 3 sock patterns. Or hat patterns. Yeah, I got to get going on this knitting. Seriously. Then I want to knit another one of my own shawl pattern in a 2-color shawl, because everybody that's done it now and test knitted have all done single skein. So single color or variegated or speckled, it's all been a single skein. So I'm really excited to do almost like a striping effect. So all the garter stitches, like all the knit stitches, are going to be like a variegated, and then all of the lace work is going to be a solid color. I think that will look amazing, and I cannot wait to start it. Isn't there like a thing, cast 1 off, cast 2 on, right? So I casted off 2, so does that mean I can start 4? I think it means I can start 4. My daughter's gonna kill me. She's always like, Mom, you have too many things on the needles. Yeah, maybe just a little bit. I have the Girl from the Grocery Store shawl I have working on. I haven't touched in months. I also have Moving to the Country shawl, which I want to finish because it's so close going into the 3rd section. So I want to finish that one as well. I may have to do some sort of Whip It Good. You know what? I may have to do that. I'm going to have to think about that. I may put a Whip It thread in the Ravelry group. I think I might. I think it might be Whip It Good. Possibly. I don't know. I have to think of a name. If you have a name for a Whip It thread, by all means, let me know down below. And yeah, I might use it. Who knows? But yeah, I got to get some more stuff going up in the Ravelry group because it's not very active. They're active in posting their FOs, but not really a chatty group. So I want to get some more things in there and some more stuff. And I got plans. I just need time to get these plans in gear. So that's that for the nitty stuff. By all means, if you are a maker and you want to donate prizes to any of these knit-alongs, by all means, let me know. Get a hold of me on Instagram or Ravelry. and we can talk about it and see what we can do. I do plan on having a thread, a little knit along for my shawl once it gets published. So look for that starting May as well. We'll stick that in there as well. Which honestly, if I do that shawl thread and I do the summer shawl thread, if you do my shawl in a fingering weight, you can do it in both. Both. Why not? Get yourself some extra entries. Because everybody loves winning yarn. Yarn and bags and whatever else I toss in there. Most of you know that when you order something from my shop, I add a few goodies. The other last podcast, I think it was, the last podcast of the girls at the grocery store, or no, the girls in the Yarn Cafe. Oh my gosh, I had the girl in the grocery store in my head. The girls in the Yarn Cafe podcast with Trysten and Christy. Trysten was saying how she had something with the Designz tea, and she said that she can't order the Designz tea, that she keeps a stash at work, and she just orders from people. Like when she orders from people that give away tea, she stocks it up, and her mom whispers to her, she's like, Dawn. I thought that was the most funny thing. I had to like watch it 3 times because I thought that was hilarious. Yes, I give away David's tea with my orders. It was so funny because her mom just like, Dawn. It was hilarious. I laughed so hard. Yeah, so maybe I'm getting known for giving away tea when people purchase stuff from my shop. And most of the times when you win a knit along from my Ravelry group, I'll send tea and a candy as well for you guys to enjoy. So make sure you're getting in. Oh my god, I'm just squishing these hats and they're so squishy. I just like so, oh my gosh. I love it. I'm just excited I have 2 finished objects because that's never happened before. All right, so let's get into, what are we going to get into? I've been kind of all over the place. I have. As far as Happy Mail, I don't think, I can't even remember what I had last podcast. I do know I have something coming from Honeybee Knits shortly, so that'll be exciting. I can't wait to show you guys that. I did get some more dye. I got 8 new colors. Oh my gosh, and they're so pretty. There's a peach, there's a pink, there's a purple, there's a jade green, no, sage green. There is a champagne color. There's a gray, a darker gray. And there's a blue. Yeah. And they're really pretty colors. I have actually 2 of them downstairs cooling down right now. Oh my god, the purple color. I have to make something out of that purple yarn. Like right away, because that purple yarn is gorgeous. And the sage green. Oh my god, I love it so much. I think I might actually do a self-striping yarn with the purple and the sage green because they actually kind of really look nice together. Oh, I love my self-striping yarn. I have so many ideas in my head for that, but those take a long time to do. So I need time to unwind the yarn properly, set it up, size it and all that stuff, and then dye it and then have it dry. And then I gotta like wind it back up, and it's a whole thing. It is a whole thing. Anyways, let's get into some shop talk, and then we will get into a little chit chat, which I haven't really, I've already been chit chatting this whole episode, but you know how it is. I think I'm gonna save the one I love the best for last. So first, we'll go with the small size bags. Now, my bags come in small, medium, and large. The small is approximately 8 by 10. I actually have ruler right here. Let's check it out. 10 inches wide and 7.5 inches deep, but there's also a 3-inch base, 2.5-inch base. So that's my small size. Now I have added something new, actually a couple things new to my bags, which I'm really excited about. I forgot to put my ribbons on the zipper. So they do come with a ribbon as well. I just haven't gotten them on the zippers yet. So this is my summertime cocktail bag. I love this bag. And yeah, see, yellow does not show properly on camera. This is like a lemon yellow. It's a lemon yellow because these are lemons right here, and that's too pale for a lemon. So it's actually a lemon yellow, and it's so pretty. And this size handle is good. Good for girls, good for guys. It's wide enough, and it is an option. So when you order a bag from me, starting with this update, I haven't changed any of my previous bags to include a ribbon. I do want to get around to doing that, but I haven't done it yet. So far, just the new bags have ribbons. If you want a handle on a bag that doesn't say a handle, just put a little comment and just let me know. I would love a handle on this bag if it's possible. If it's not possible, I will message you. If it's possible, we're good. So until I get around to adjusting all my adjusting all my my listings. Somebody answer the phone because I don't want to. I can't even see who it is from here, and I'm not going to answer it. So hopefully it's not somebody who's going to call back constantly, because that is not going to be good. Anyways, so this is my small size bag. It fits 2 skeins, 2 cakes, actually. Let's test it out. Tremendous teal. And nerves of steel. Oh, it does fit. It's a little snug of a fit, but it does fit. So it goes to there. So, I mean, if you're going to do like a 2 at a time sock, there's plenty of room in here for that. There's plenty of room in here for a 2 at a time sock. There is one other thing that I have been able to add to my bags, which has been talked about a few times. A few of my friends on their podcasts and stuff like that have mentioned that I don't have these on my bags. And I do now, and I'm so excited. Crafty Momma Designz. I got labels. Yes, I got labels. I love the logo that I did. If you can see, I'm not sure if you can see it too well. No, you can't. See if I can get this up straight. Okay, focus. Focus. The O in the mama is a yarn ball with needles. I love it. I love it. It's a yarn ball with needles. Not sure if I can get this. There you go. Now you can kind of, if it focuses. There you go. Crafty Momma Designz. It's a yarn ball with needles. I wanted something yarny in there. So, oh, and the inside of this, yeah, see, this is not showing the right color at all. This is a lemon yellow. This fabric is a bright lemon yellow. it like matches the ribbon perfectly. So just picture a lemon yellow. And that's the inside of the bag. I love it. So that is Summertime Cocktails. Next, I think I called this Butterfly Madness. My daughter picked this fabric out. She thought it was real fun and summery. Nice, fun, summery butterflies. And the colors in these are kind of, except for that thread, this color here isn't supposed to be blue, it's a purple. It's supposed to be purple. And again, I don't have the little, I have a little silk satin ribbon that I put on there to match that. Yeah, I think they match. This here has a really hot pink. See, it does not look hot pink. Hot pink inside. With my logo. Yep. So I'm excited. That is also a small size. This one I used to carry and I ran out of fabric and I just brought it back and I love it. For all you coffee drinkers out here, coffee time. This is my medium size bag. Comes with a handle as well. Inside is just this plaid gingham type fabric. My medium bag should be 13 by 11-ish. So, no. 12 and a half. I keep forgetting the seams, right? 12 and a half by 8 and a half. But this one has a bigger base. This one has a 4-inch base. So it's 12 inches this way, 8 and a half this way, and you get a 4-inch down there. So it'll hold, I believe this one holds at least 3 skeins of yarn, 3 to 4 skeins of yarn. I have got sewing thread everywhere. So this one's 3 or 4 skeins. I'll show you a comparison between them all once I show them all. This next one, oh my gosh, I love it and I've already sold one. Yeah, I love this bag. She is so cute. A Betty Boop. Boop boopy doop. It is Betty Boop and I love it. And it comes with the red ribbon, the red zipper, but I think I'm going to do a white ribbon. Inside, oh my god, so much fun. White and red polka dots. It's so fun. With my label. So that one as well has the 4-inch base. So that is my Betty Boop bag, medium size. This one. I love this one. I need to buy more of this fabric because I want to make one for myself. Unless I just keep this large one. Because I don't have any large bags for myself just yet. So I might have to do that. I might just have to do that. This one is my Leaping Sheep bag, which I've sold one of these already as well. So if you're interested, there's only 3 more sheep and 3 more Betty Boop in the shop right now as we speak. Hopefully I can get more of the fabric, but I'm never guaranteed to get more of the fabric. So this is my Leaping Sheep. It's lime green. See, that green does not look quite lime enough. It's a bright lime green. So lime green and pink sheep, and there's another thread with a pink ribbon and a pale pink zipper. But then you get the bright lime inside, which that's not bright lime, it's pale. So just think it's bright. just picture. Oh, actually, you see where it's kind of shadowed back here? That's a little bit more close to the color that it is. Yeah. Oh, goodness me. So yeah, the color inside, deep inside, that's more the color green. So this is my large size bag. And this one is 14.5 by 10.5 with a 4-inch base. So it's a good size bag. And trying to take the pictures of this, I couldn't get it to quite stand up with nothing inside of it. So I stuck the Mrs. Brown's bag inside this one, and it fit with room to grow. So yeah, it's quite the big size bag. It's quite big. So let me just do a quick comparison of the bags. So that's my large. And that's the medium. It's about 1.5 inches difference. And that's the small. So those are the 3 different sizes that I carry at the moment. So those are the 3 that I carry at the moment, the 3 sizes. These are all my bags. Yay! Yay! All right, so that is my shop update that just went out last week. Last week, I believe. Monday? Sunday? Someday last week. So those are my bags. I love them. It's so hard because I knit these bags, or I sew these bags, and I'm like, I want this one, and I want to keep this one, and I want to keep this one. I can't keep all the bags I make. Oh my God, that would be ridiculous, ridiculous amount of bags. And so that's my shop update for this week. I've been thinking, I want to try to do a shop update every other week. The one shop update will be bags, the next one will be yarn, the next one will be bags, the next one will be yarn. Unless I get a point in time where I have enough time to sew the bags and dye new yarn, then I might do like a huge update with both. But for right now, I think it's going to be like every other week. There's going to be every 2 weeks. Sorry about that. Every 2 weeks, there's going to be an update. I updated my bags last week. Next weekend, not the weekend coming up, but the next weekend, which will be the 27th. So that'll be just before my 1-year podiversary. The 27th, 28th, somewhere along those lines, I am going to have another yarn update. Now, I've been playing around with some of the colors. I wanted to do some more tonals for the shop because I don't really have a lot of tonals. But summer's coming. I want some nice, bright, summery colors and stuff that people can mix and match with other colors for shawls and whatever. So, these 2 colors I'm going to show you first were from colors that I had before. This one here, I'm calling lemon yellow, although remember, yellow doesn't really show that well, and lime green doesn't really show that well on camera. So this is an actual lemon yellow, but it doesn't show quite as white. I mean, I love that pale, pale yellow, so I may have to try and make one of those. But this lemon yellow, oh my God, it is so bright. Let's see if I can try and get It's actually brighter. It's brighter than this. It's much brighter than this. But it is so pretty. So that's lemon. I'm going to call lemons. Lemon. I don't know yet. This one here is lime. This one's showing up true to color. Actually, it's a little bit more vibrant. A little brighter. So we got lemon and lime. Yeah, the yellow is the same brightness as the green. Yeah, the green's not quite as bright. Maybe. No, not quite. Not quite. So those are those two. Pardon me. These two are two of the ones that came in the mail Monday. And I dyed two of them up. I have two more dyeing downstairs. I have 2 or 3 more I want to do tonight. This one here is mint. Now this one here, I think it's because it's so bright it doesn't show properly. This looks more teal. It looks more turquoise on the screen, but it's more of a mint. It is a mint. Like, it's such a pretty green. Yeah, see, it's not really showing. Yeah, see, that looks totally turquoise. It's not turquoise at all. It's like a minty green. Like a really, really pretty mint green. I'm going to have to try and take a picture and get it a little more closer to the regular color and pop it in. And then this one here, I haven't decided on what to name it. I was thinking Faded Blue Jeans because I think it kind of looks like Faded Blue Jeans. This is the color that I'm going to do this hat pattern in. So you'll be able to see the pattern a little bit better. In this blue here. I think that's what I'm going to call it. Faded Blue Jeans. Oh, that's really blurring it out. It's pretty close to color. So Faded Blue Jeans. So those ones are going to be part of the next shop update at the end of the month. Those are the only new colors that I have dyed so far. I was getting the bags up and going and getting them settled and sending out a couple orders and all that fun stuff. So those are done. I will put a picture at the end of the podcast of them. Hopefully the color will be a little bit better. So that's it for all nitty stuff. That's all my whips and my FOs and my shop update and my dream knitting. As far as chit chat, there really isn't too much. The weather we've been having lately has been absolutely insane. We had an ice storm a couple days ago. It was horrible. It's like we are in spring, right? Like it's supposed to be April showers, spring May flowers, not April snow. Just saying. Should be April showers, not April snow. So that's. So I hit the space bar and stopped the video. I got to keep my hands away from the keyboard. So anyway, this month has sucked for weather. It's been snowy, it's been rainy, it's been cold, it's been icy. It's supposed to be April showers, spring May flowers, not April snow. Not April snow. Hopefully, they say the end of the week is supposed to get back up to more normal temperatures around the 9, 10, 11 degrees. Let's hope, fingers crossed. That's like 65-ish or so Fahrenheit. Hopefully, that will happen. What I've been watching lately, I've been watching tons of TV shows while I'm doing my knitting and sewing bags and all that kind of stuff. Podcasts, I've been watching a few. I haven't watched a ton, but in last month, I'm trying to think who all I've watched. It's been a while. So let's go to history, and I'll let you know. Just One End podcast with Liz. I watched hers. Periscoping Sisters. Knit for Brains, Grocery Girls, Girls in the Yarn Cafe, Yarn Hoarder, Die Another Day, the WTF Knitting podcast, Honeybee Knits podcast, the Naughty Knitwits. These are all the podcasts that I've watched since my last episode. Some of them have had 2 episodes out, and I've watched both, but those are the ones that I've been watching lately. What else? I have ordered Kobo, the audio books from Kobo, which I'm not sure if you guys have Kobo in the States. It's kind of like Audible, but you can do audiobooks, ebooks, stuff like that as well. So I have listened to, because I listen to them on my way to work, I listen to them on my breaks, on my lunch hour, or lunch half hour, on my way home from work. Sometimes when I'm dyeing yarn, I'll listen to them. I'm either listening to audiobooks or I'm listening to my 80s radio, my 70s, 80s, 90s radio station, which I absolutely love. The books lately, though, that I've been listening to. My last podcast, I told you I had listened to one by Mary Kubica. I can't remember what that one was called, though. The Good Girl. That was called The Good Girl by Mary Kubica. Then I listened to Pretty Baby by Mary Kubica. She's really good. It's kind of a mystery thrillery kind of, not a like, oh my god thriller, but more like a, oh my gosh, what's going to happen to this person kind of thing, right? So it's more of a mystery, not so much a thriller. The one I just finished yesterday was by Mary Higgins Clark, which is an author I used to read her books all the time when I was younger. This one's called I Got My Eyes on You. That was really good. It was a really good book. And pardon me, the one I just started this morning is The Woman in the Window by A.J. Finn. I've just started it. I've only gone through the first chapter. It's pretty good already. And I do believe, if I'm not mistaken, that might have been the book that Tracie from Grocery Girls put on her Instagram stories. I tried to go back to look, but the story was already gone by then. But I've been looking at that one for the past few weeks, kind of like, do I want to read this? Do I want to read that? And then I had seen her Instagram story, and I'm pretty sure that's the book that she had just finished, or she was reading. And yeah, so I'm like, okay, you know what? I'm going to do it. So The Woman in the Window by A.J. Finn. If you've read it, let me know if you think it's any good, because it seems pretty good so far. But don't give me any spoilers. As far as TV shows and stuff, there's a few new ones that have come out. For the People, I watched that. I'm trying to think what other one. Oh man, I should have written this stuff down. Deception. That's a good one. I'm trying to think. There's another hospital one, but I cannot remember the name of it. It's not called The Intern. The Intern? Does that sound right? I don't remember. I've told you about that one before, though, so very might. The Resident. I just looked down on my notes. The Resident. I still watch that. Oh my gosh, there's a couple new ones that I've been watching. I can't think of them. I'll have to think of them and tell you next time. Oh my goodness. I'm yawning. I'm not drinking my tea. It's all cold now. Good thing it's good. Oh, I forgot to mention what this is. This is pistachio ice cream by David's Tea. It is so good. Pistachio ice cream by David's Tea. And it's actually good cold. So it'll make a really nice iced tea. So I guess that's it for the podcast. Hopefully you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions, by all means, get a hold of me on Instagram, Ravelry, or my email, thecraftymomma73. If you have any questions dealing with yarn dyeing or knitting or sewing or anything like that, podcast questions, I do have an Ask Me Anything thread in the Ravelry group. So you can definitely go in there and ask away, and I will either answer you there if it's a time-sensitive question. If it's not, then I will just answer you on the next podcast. So hopefully you guys will check that out. Get in on those knit-alongs. I cannot wait for my shawl pattern to come out. That will be coming out a couple days after my podiversary. So that's going to be exciting. Maybe I'll give away one of the patterns for my podiversary. That's an idea. That's a really good idea. I think I may do that. Get into the Ravelry group. I'm going to add that thread about test knitting. Let me know if you want to test knit anything that I make. I am a new pattern designer, so there could be some flaws in the designs, and that's why I'm getting test knitters to test them out. I don't have a tech editor, so if you're test knitting and you notice there's spelling errors or numbers don't add up or anything like that, just let me know and I will adjust. I don't know where to find a tech editor. I don't know what kind of payment a tech editor receives. So, I mean, if you know of a tech editor or you are a tech editor, let me know. I may need you. So that's about it. Make sure you like the video. Subscribe if you enjoyed the podcast. Hopefully you did, because you're here at the end. So hopefully you've enjoyed the whole time I've spent here, probably about an hour or so, talking to you guys. So hopefully you've enjoyed the podcast. I said I'm going to try and get back every 2 weeks. So hopefully the next podcast will be around the 1st. I'm trying to think. This week is her day off. This week is their weekend off. So it might be the 30th, because I'm getting a lot of Sunday shifts now. So that kind of stinks because I used to podcast on Sundays. So my next podcast might be around the 30th. So that's what I'm aiming for, the 30th. So hopefully you guys enjoyed. I had a blast talking with you guys again. And my chair actually behaved itself. No, I did not get a new one yet. I kind of spent my money on yarn stuff instead. I couldn't help it. So yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed and get in on the Ravelry and all those knit-alongs. The 2 new knit-alongs that are going to be starting in May, get in on those as well. And hopefully I will see you guys in 2 weeks. Until next time, keep on crafting.